Hello, fellow followers. Welcome back to FanZcene. Greg here, and today I have for you why I began collecting physical media. This has been on my mind a little bit, and I've touched on why I began collecting on physical media in certain videos here and there, specifically about the video store and stuff. But I'm not going to spend too much time on the video store part of why I began collecting physical media, because, like I said, I've done a lot of videos on that and everything. But that's basically the genesis of it. The simple genesis of it is, yes, I used to spend a lot of time in the video store. I would go every weekend, and sometimes even through the week, and I would rent lots and lots of movies. And eventually I got to the point where I was like, I want to own these movies. So I started buying the movies from the video store and from the other stores. I mean, it was a glorious time. I mean, we had physical media in stores. We had aisles, beautiful, beautiful aisles and aisles of physical media in the video store, in Walmart, Best Buy, the other local stores, grocery stores. I mean, it was everywhere, and it was such a great time. And, like I said, that's the simple genesis of why I got into collecting physical media. But, it's so much more than that. It's so much more because, like, the way I grew up at a time where, like, and especially who I was as a kid, I was not a very popular kid. I was a nerd. I still am a nerd. I was never cool. I was socially awkward. I was really fat. I mean, I was really fat. And so I didn't have a lot of friends and stuff. So going to the video store, like some people say they never had that experience of, like, talking to the people behind the counter, people in the store and everything. They just got in and out. To me, I had those experiences. I talked to the people behind the counter. I talked to the people in the stores. I got recommendations because it felt like where I could be myself. And then I would watch movies constantly because I would escape. That's what they're made for, right? Escapism. I would escape into these movies. I would escape into these TV shows. And, I found myself wanting to buy more and more of them because of that, because I wanted to escape my realities. Because I not only was I, all those things I mentioned, uncool, unpopular, no, hardly any friends, fat, nerdy. I also had to grow up really, really fast. At a certain point in time, I just did. I was like one of those, Gen Xer memes. It was like we came out and had to be 30 years old, and we still have to be 30 years old to this day or whatever. I sort of had to grow up and take care of a lot of things, and I would find myself escaping into movies and stuff because that's what you do. You want to be entertained, you want to escape, and sometimes they felt like your friends, and sometimes you were watching movies that you stayed up late watching with your brothers, which, was basically me and my brothers, and we would stay up watching movies, and you see a movie that you thought you saw on a fever dream. And then now, as you get older, you find them on a VHS or a DVD or a Blu-ray or now a 4K. And I think that's why so many movies mean so much to so many people, and why people like myself and stuff and fans. That's why I don't like that we're toxic fans, because I just don't believe that. I mean, yeah, are there bad apples within fandoms? Yeah, there are, but it's like people like myself and we grew up on these. They mean something to us. They hold a special place in our heart, and it's something we grew up with. Like, it's a friend. It's a good friend. And when we see, like, modern real world problems and stuff infused into these movies and stuff we grew up with, in remakes and sequels and continuing legacy sequels where it doesn't fit and it changes the story, and it's like modern, no longer escapism and stuff, that makes you mad. It makes you, it doesn't feel like what you grew up with. And so to me, why I really began collecting was to get lost in these movies and to have them and to watch them. And I still collect to this day because, it's something it's like a collection thing I picked up, and it's a little bit based on nostalgia. It's a little bit based on, seeing movies at a certain age that maybe I know weren't great movies, and that other people would say aren't bad movies, but there's something in my brain, which I think a lot of us have that in our brain, where maybe we've seen a movie that we know isn't a great movie, but it means something to us. So now we can get it on a new DVD, Blu-ray, or 4K or something. And that's a fun thing to have, and it takes you back to a moment in time. And it makes you remember the video store, makes you remember physical media and stuff. And that's why I'm so passionate about physical media and movies and independent film and stuff like that, because it's just that, that's what it means to me. And it's also one of the reasons why I sort of started this channel, was to be able to, escape once again, because from the real world and problems, to be able to talk about movies and physical media and stuff like that. And that's basically it. That's how I got into collecting physical media, and why it means something to me, why I'm passionate about it. And this got deeper than I anticipated it to get. I didn't mean to get this deep, but what I did was I actually found some of my VHSs that I grew up with. I actually did a video here. I'll put a link up here down below somewhere where you guys can find it, a while back, where I found my old VHS tapes that I grew up with in my attic not too long ago. And I just grabbed a few of them, mostly the most named ones, that I kept on to, and I'm just going to share them with you guys. And I would say these are from about the time I was like 12 or maybe 11, 12, 13, and I've had them since that age to today. I just grabbed like these, and these are just like the main ones. Everybody has these VHSs and stuff like that, so nothing special, but these are actually my childhood VHSs from around like 12 or 13 or 11, whatnot. So of course I have Star Wars, the original Star Wars, and all these are still in great condition, by the way. They're no mold or anything from the time I had these. So I have the original Star Wars, Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi. Then, of course, I love my horror and everything. So I have, Army of Darkness, which I have these backwards, actually. So I have Army of Darkness, which is basically how I saw them. Evil Dead 2, and then we have Evil Dead with the Ash, and so I have those, and then a little bit of a kid fair. So to show you I had some of those. I have The Goonies. Yes, I like The Goonies. I don't care what anybody says. Goonies is a good movie. You can talk about crap about Goonies all you want, but it's a damn good movie. I'm sorry, it is. Now I have this on 4K, and this was my original Goonies tape I had growing up. So I have that in the clamshell. Nice clamshell. It's great. And then, of course, just a little one. I don't know if you guys remember or not, because I have the Phantom. You guys remember this? The Phantom with one of those little, cards like that with Billy Zane, Slam, Evil, what's her name? Christy Swanson's in it. Catherine Zeta-Jones is in it. James Remar, Treat Williams. This is a fun superhero movie, from the 90s. And if you've never seen it, I highly recommend The Phantom. It's a great movie. It's a fun movie. I actually have it on Blu-ray now, but that's, I wanted to show these off to you guys, some of these. And if you want to see all my childhood VHSs that I found, like I said, I did a video on it. It's up on my channel. So check that out if you want to. But I want to know what gets you guys into collecting physical media. Why do you collect physical media? What does it mean to you? What did you think about my story? Let me hear your story and other comments in the comment section down below. And if you liked what you saw here, maybe consider hitting that like button or subscribing, hitting that bell for notifications. That would be awesome if I earn you guys' subscriptions, or possibly share the video out for everybody to see, or join and become a channel member, because that would help out my channel immensely. Thank you, and shout out to all my channel members. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Thank you guys for being channel members here, and truly thank you for all of your support. To everybody watching, whether you liked me, hated me, or liked this video, or hated this video, I thank you for sticking this long. Wherever y'all are, please have a great, safe, happy, healthy day, morning, afternoon, evening, and night. Always support physical media, because it truly is the superior format. Godspeed.